Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie herself, talked a big game. She didn't just want to be a star, she wanted to redefine the entire sport. She said she'd change women's basketball forever. Her vision was grand, her ambition even grander. She promised a revolution that would elevate the sport to new heights, that her league, the one she was putting her heart and soul into, would be legendary. She envisioned packed arenas, roaring crowds, and a level of excitement that would rival the men's game. Well, right now it's more like tragic. The arenas are half empty, the excitement is dwindling, and the results on the court are far from what was promised. The pressure is on, and Reese is feeling the heat. Every missed shot, every lost game, it all adds up. The weight of her promises is heavy, and it's starting to show. She's the face of this league, and it's showing cracks faster than you can say national championship. The expectations were sky high, and the reality is falling short. Reese staked her reputation on this league's success. She made bold claims, and now those claims are being put to the test. As success. Every game, every play, every decision is under the microscope. She said it would elevate the game, bring in the big bucks, and make stars of its players. The vision was clear, a thriving league that would change the landscape of women's sports. Problem is, the reality ain't matching the hype. Players are bailing, fans are fuming, and the dream is slipping away. The league is struggling to find its footing. And the financials? Shakier than a Steph Curry free throw? Look, I respect ambition, but ambition without results is just a dream. The numbers don't lie, and right now they're not looking good. But Reese better hope this league turns things around. There's still time, but the clock is ticking. The potential is there, but it needs to be realized. Because right now, she's not the queen of a revolution. She's the captain of a sinking ship. The vision is noble, but the execution is faltering, and the sharks are circling. Critics are ready to pounce, and the pressure is mounting. Reese's legacy is on the line, and the next few months will be crucial. Will she rise to the occasion, or will the weight of her promises drag her down? Only time will tell. Was supposed to be different. This was supposed to be the dawn of a new era in women's sports, a revolution that would change the game forever. The vision was grand, the expectations even grander. We were promised a spectacle, a league that would rival the best of the best, not just in women's sports, but in sports period. A women's league with attitude, flash, and serious cash. It was going to be a showcase of talent, a platform where the best female athletes could shine and inspire the next generation. The marketing was on point, the hype was real, and for a moment, it felt like we were on the brink of something truly special. They promised us rivalries, they promised us excitement, they promised us superstars playing at their peak. We were told to expect nail-biting finishes, unforgettable moments, and a level of competition that would leave us breathless. The anticipation was palpable, and the fans were ready to embrace this new chapter in sports history. What we got? A whole lot of drama and not nearly enough game. Instead of thrilling matchups and edge-of-your-seat action, we were treated to off-court controversies, internal conflicts, and a series of disappointments that left a sour taste in everyone's mouth. The focus shifted from the game to the gossip, and the league's credibility took a hit. First off, the talent pool is shrinking faster than my patience with bad calls. Injuries, retirements, and a lack of new talent coming in have left the league struggling to maintain a high level of play. The stars that were supposed to carry the league are either sidelined or have moved on, leaving a void that has yet to be filled. Big names signed on early, sure. The initial roster was impressive, and it seemed like the league was off to a strong start. But the allure of the league has faded, and those big names are no longer enough to keep the momentum going. But now, they're dropping out like flies at a bug zapper. Whether it's due to better opportunities elsewhere, dissatisfaction with the league, or simply the grind of professional sports, the exodus of talent has been alarming. The league is struggling to retain its stars, and without them, the product on the court suffers. Turns out, promises only get you so far. You can talk a big game, but if you can't deliver, the fans and the players will eventually lose faith. The initial excitement has given way to frustration and disillusionment, and the league is now facing an uphill battle to regain the trust and support of its audience. You need cold, hard cash and a winning product to keep players happy. It's not just about the money, though, that's certainly a big part of it. It's about creating an environment where players feel valued, where they can compete at the highest level, and where they can see a future for themselves in the league. And the fans? They ain't buying it either. Literally. The empty seats and declining viewership numbers tell the story. The fans were promised a revolution, but what they got was a letdown. The excitement has waned, and the league is struggling to keep its audience engaged. Attendance is down, viewership is lagging, and the buzz? Non-existent. The league's struggles are evident in the empty arenas and the lack of media coverage. The once promising venture is now fighting to stay relevant in a crowded sports landscape. Word on the street is, the league's bleeding money. The financial woes are mounting, and without a significant turnaround, the future looks bleak. Investors are getting nervous, and the league's ability to sustain itself is in serious doubt. And when the money dries up, so does everything else. The dream of a thriving women's league is hanging by a thread, and unless drastic changes are made, it may soon become just another failed experiment in the annals of sports history. The potential was there, the vision was clear, but the execution has fallen short. Now it's a race against time to salvage what remains and build a foundation for the future. Let's be real, even Angel Reese's performance has been called into question. The once unstoppable force on the court now seems to be struggling to find her footing. It's a stark contrast to the player we saw dominating in college. Some say she's not playing with the same fire, the same hunger she had in college. Back then, every game was a showcase of her raw talent and unyielding determination. She was a beacon of hope and inspiration for many young athletes. Is the pressure getting to her? The transition from college to professional leagues is no small feat. The expectations are higher, the competition fiercer, and the spotlight much brighter. It's a whole new ballgame, and it seems like Angel is feeling the heat. Is she cracking under the weight of those lofty promises? Promises made not just to her fans, but to herself. The pressure to perform, to live up to the hype, can be overwhelming. And it's starting to show in her game. Look, I'm not saying she's lost it, far from it. Angel Reese is still a phenomenal athlete with immense potential. Reese is still a force on the court. When she's in her element, there's no denying her skill and prowess. She can still make those jaw-dropping plays that leave the crowd in awe. But she's not playing with the same swagger, the same dominance we've come to expect. She looks hesitant, unsure. It's as if she's second-guessing herself, and that's affecting her performance. And that's not the Angel Reese we know. The Angel Reese we know is confident, bold, and unstoppable. She plays with a fire that can't be extinguished. This league was supposed to showcase her talent, take her game to the next level. It was supposed to be her time to shine, to prove to the world that she's one of the best. Instead, it seems like it's holding her back. The structure, the pressure, the expectations, they all seem to be weighing her down. Reese needs to find her groove again, and fast. She needs to reconnect with that inner fire, that passion that made her a standout player in college. It's still there, waiting to be reignited. Because right now, she's not just letting down her fans, she's letting down herself. And that's the hardest pill to swallow. But if anyone can bounce back, it's Angel Reese. She's faced challenges before and come out stronger. This is just another hurdle in her journey, and we believe she can overcome it. Caitlin Clark. The name alone sends chills down your spine. She's a walking highlight reel, a scoring machine, a once-in-a-generation talent. And she said no to, flat out rejected their $1 million offer. Think about that for a second. $1 million. Gone. Just like that. Why? Because Clark saw the writing on the wall. She knew it was a sinking ship, and she wasn't about to go down with it. This wasn't just a blow to the league, it was a statement. The biggest name in women's basketball chose to stay away. And when someone like Caitlin Clark says no, people listen. It sent shockwaves through the basketball world and left reeling. If Caitlin Clark's rejection was a gut punch, then A'ja Wilson's comments were like pouring salt in the wound. She publicly criticized, calling it disorganized and unprofessional, said the league wasn't what it promised, and she regretted ever signing. Now, Wilson's always been known to speak her mind. She's a fierce competitor on and off the court. But her words carried weight. Here was another star player blasting in the media. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Fans were furious, sponsors were nervous, and the league, they were left scrambling to do damage control. But the damage was done. Wilson's words confirmed what many people were already thinking was a disaster.